Hello, welcome back to Rei-Jin-G-Lu-P. So it's been about a week since the last time I recorded, even though there's not going to be a delay between videos, because there was two videos I hadn't done the thumbnails for, or weren't descriptions or anything. So to like refresh where I was, I had to go through those two videos again, and I came away just as feeling just as frustrated as I did the first time. Uh, the main takeaway from the last episode was that it seems like Rikaku is legitimately good and Mako is a special role and she's trying to protect him. And for a second, even I was out before I started this, I was thinking, well, what if Rikaku is a wolf and just pretending this because Mako's not really going to pick up on anything, But no, because she voted on herself, Rikaku. So, a wolf wouldn't run this scam and then vote on themselves. It seems very unlikely. That'd be some high level shit, and there's no reason to think that she's that amazing at this game. It seems pretty clear Rikaku's a good villager, and Mako is an important role, probably the bodyguard or the crow. And then the other takeaway is that we engineered a tie so that nobody would die, which, one, it's just poor logic, but, even if it's, I think they're maybe going to have, our main character learn from that, and, so this is, just, part of his learning curve, and then he's going to be better going forward, but the weird thing is, last game, he knew that was a bad idea. He wasn't in the meeting, and he's like, you guys have to vote people out. You can't not. You can't just skip days. So, I don't know. I don't understand why he's all of a sudden went backwards on that, and it just didn't make any sense to me. But anyways, we will continue. I think it's going to get better going forward, because it's not it feels like the writers know that's not a good idea, but it seems weird that he would not know yet, so I don't know. Anyways, let's go. And so what just happened before this was Yasu said he wants to meet with us, which maybe it's even to discuss that. Because Yasu seems better at the strategy now than we do, which, is a big churn from last game. Although Yasu was faking it last time, but still. Oh no, the love triangle is continuing. We have more important things to deal with than this love triangle.
ちょっと面がいいからって調子乗ってんじゃねえぞ。いいからやる。
今のそういうのなのか？
じゃあ僕とも話そう。しっこまん。
定着する前に言っておくけど、その呼び名はやめてくれ。
俺とも話すか？
それでまたいたずらする気でしょ
う。何よこの流れ。
あんまこそこそ話は感心できねえな。いくら霧に巻かれてもこんな狭いところだ。小声であっても必ず誰かが聞いてるし、中身は半日で広まる。
Was this?
秘密も陰口。
Are they hinting that maybe last time we got overheard? And sometimes, because we were talking about things all the time in the middle of nowhere, outside. We talked about stuff with Mochi. I know we talked about our plan to escape with Chiemi and stuff like that.
バレたらまずい話はしねえ方がいいぞ。
Yeah. Your roles and stuff. Yeah, I really do think he's a good guy this time. Yeah, and Kyo is a major suspect for me this time because not only I had Wolf Reeds early on, and then also in the meeting he was super quiet, and last time he was trying to take control of it. So it's just, why is he acting so different? I think he's a wolf.
ご忠告感謝します。
And I would guess the other two are hiding among the quiet ones. There's a lot of quiet ones. But Yasu wants to talk to us in private. And Yasu's my boy this time, man. I want to talk with him a lot. Let's work out what we're gonna do and do something useful.
人並みには
のもんはここにおれ。出るときは大声出せ。
You're the absolute worst, buddy.
撃つ。
Oh! Okay, maybe I take that back. That's right. Yeah, last time people were just constantly getting murdered over and over and over. So, yeah. And since he's the monkey, yeah, maybe you can... Okay, maybe this is good. Maybe this is really good. I still don't like your bedside manner, but maybe you could be... I mean, maybe this is the right strategy, just brought up in a bad way. Exactly. Linguistic and what was that? Anthropology. So that's like the history of languages? Maybe how they're formed, probably? That seems really strange. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is just my limited understanding of Japan, but I would be surprised that would even be... I would think that would be less popular in Japan than, let's say, Europe or, you know, or even the US, even though the US is kind of isolated, but not as isolated as Japan is, and it's much more diverse. But like where in Europe you have, like, you know, German and French and English and Spanish, like, all right in that little tiny area in Western Europe. So... yeah, that's college. What? Regardless of your major, yeah, you read and you write, You take tests. Yeah, that was the only thing. I mean, I was having a little bit of, like, maybe I'm taking my criticism too far of the previous actions in the feast, because there is a more human element to this than the cold analytical way of how to beat the game, because people actually die. You know, it's not like you're just playing a game and you're voting people out and trying to win, but I mean, there's actually real death on the line. So maybe keeping everyone alive in day one, maybe it improves morale and somehow helps you win. You know, I mean, that's possible. But it doesn't help your real... like, it's hard to see it helping your win percentage in the game. Like, if you're going to look at this from a bigger picture, you know? But yeah, I mean, maybe... As long as you never do that again, you have to turn this around. You can't just keep doing this like you did last time, you know? Which I don't think they're going to, but yeah. I mean, especially, the thing that really bothers me the most is that he had my most suspected person there, just one vote away. Just vote on him. And instead, no, we'll just make sure nobody dies. It's just, ugh. Like, if it was between... Let's say it somehow came down to our vote, and it was between Rikaku and Mako and us. Then yeah, 100% force a tie. That makes sense, you know? Or even if it's just someone you had a good reason, and like even throw in someone else, like let's say Takumi, who I have a good read on, but he's not as clear as other people. He could be a wolf. He's just really been quiet, but he seems kind of on the good side. You know, even if in that case, if you force a tie, I think it's the wrong decision probably, but fine. But instead you had like my main suspect, and you're just like, nope, no votes today. But anyways, okay, sorry. Like, do you need to see? You know, why don't you do that in the middle of the feast? But anyways, Like, do they need to see somebody else murder before they're gonna have the resolve necessary to do it? I mean, maybe that's it. Really? I don't. Certainly not you when you're forced to tie. I don't know. From that meeting, I would say, honestly, there's one threat from that meeting, and it's Yasu. Like that would be my target if I was a wolf. Yeah, you kill Yasu tonight. Which, please don't let Yasu die. He's the only one that's keeping me sane. Yeah, but Kanzu's leading him poorly. Yasu's leading him well. Although they could try to find the power rolls. And in that case, I would be going for one of the quiet ones. If I was a wolf, going for one of the quiet ones, that's not a wolf. Kanzu's reason was no better than a personal grudge. No, he didn't. That's a lie. Kanzu claimed that, but that's a lie. I mean, so far the elders are not seeming like good leaders, really. Like, or like people that are going to really help us too much in terms of finding the culprits. Which I guess is not that surprising considering it's a Japanese game, and usually, you know, Japanese seem to value youth in their media. Properly cooperate? Fuck you. You mean just go along? Fuck that, dude. He was perfect. He played that day by far the best. By far. And I don't think he was happy with you tying it up either. Not really. All they need to do is just, like, as long as they're not voting off wolves, as long as they're not finding and then correctly getting everyone to vote them off, they're not a threat. I mean, that's it. And when nobody gets voted off, nobody's a threat. Right. Honestly, this is really good points. If I was in this game and I was a wolf and I saw the mess of what happened in day one, I would kill Yasu. I would do that. I think that would increase their win percentage the most. I mean, I think our character is going to be a threat later on, obviously, especially with our role. Like, if the wolves knew our role, they should kill us. But we didn't show that in day one at all. So. Kiyo's suspicious as hell. Takumi seems good. Well, why these two? That's a weird pairing. Yeah, but he seems good. And he was probably, I'd probably say, the second best of how people played it. Like, he was quiet, but he seemed to be on the right side. He argued against Kanzu controlling the vote. So. Yeah. Yep. No, I get where you're coming from. A real joker. Yeah, that's funny. I used to play werewolf quite often, and there was some people that would be like this, and they're always like a wild card. It was kind of hard to deal with. You know, it'd keep things interesting, but like when they're a wolf, it's like like their actions, like the way they behave is perfect for a wolf because it can just justify anything. It's just like, whoop, look at me, I'm not taking it seriously. So you kind of don't want to vote them off because it's just like, well, that's just the way they are. But then when they're a wolf, it's like the perfect cover. So they're kind of a dangerous player. Whereas someone like, let's say, Yasu. Like, I really like Yasu, but the way he plays Wolf and Villager is completely different, and you can instantly see that. So it's more useful. Like, basically, every time he's in the game, he's going to kind of increase Good's chance of winning, because he's easy to pick out when he's evil, and when he's good, he's really helpful. So whereas if somebody isn't helpful when they're good, then they're going to increase Evil's chance of winning, because they're good at playing a wolf, but they're not really good at the villager side, so.
お疲れ様。
どうもどうも。どうも。お疲れ様です。
すっかり慣れたみたいです。
And Chiemi did her usual say absolutely nothing act in the game. I mean, yeah, at one point she suggested they vote on her, but I mean, she gave no strategy advice, really, ever. She's very laid back. Which makes her, you know, like, likable, but not really particularly helpful. You know, more helpful in some, but less helpful in some too.
この程度なら実家でやらされてたしね。
えらいこった。おめえら恵まれ。
分かってる。僕は分からぬ。故にシッコマンの直した皿は全て割りな。
皿はともかくよ。
じゃあどう呼んでほしい。
ハッサンとか。
ふむ。悪くない。
やあ、モッチ。
Where does Hassan come from? Japanese names are weird. Like, not the names themselves, but like all the weird things you can do with them. Like, he was calling Rikaku, like, was it Risan or something? It was something... Richan? It wasn't even Richan. It was something more in there, like more like Risan or something like that. And I don't know how that works, or how you turn this into Hassan, but... Oh, wait. Is it just San? Oh, I kind of get it. Okay, never mind. But usually I would think it would be like Ha-San. But then they just combine it and that's the word? The name? Okay. Huh.
おう、ハッサン。
ちなみに不妻子。こいつの格好がこれなことについてはツッコミなし。
Yeah, I'm used to it. I realized that too, actually, when we were, when I was looking back at the past two videos, I like realized like I am so used to mochi like this now. Like the first time it was kind of surprising and like it was like whoa, but then it's like now it's completely normal to me.
なんか似合ってるし、最近はよくある話かなって。
可愛かろう。
本気かよ。東京はこんな。
そこそこには。
俺にはわからねえな。ああ、近持ちはまあ特別だ。
天才だからな。
災害の方のね。さて、不妻子さん。
Finally! Why are you so scared to talk to him? Oh yeah, the really rational, completely clear good guy wants to talk to me. Oh no!
さっきも言った。
うん、わかってる。でも僕は
Exactly.
変な凶暴は発生しないでしょ。
まあそうかもしれんが。
Overdo what?
ほどほどにな。
He's cleared! He's good! Don't you dare talk, don't you dare plan, don't you dare strategize. Why?
ええ。上に行きましょう。よかったのかい？密談。
Yes.
ええ。話をすることは明かしてますし、木を見て全員とすればいいかなって。
Sure. I mean, it's fine.
まず、僕のことは
Be the monkey 100%.
今のところ、不妻子さん、あなたは顔持ちですか？
I trust him. As long as we're really hidden, I wouldn't mind revealing. But I would tell him, like, you can't tell anyone. That's interesting. And if he goes around and asks everybody's role, wow. That's pretty powerful. I never thought about that. Yeah, I guess in a normal werewolf game, this type of thing isn't allowed. So you're not allowed to have... The only people that are allowed to have private conversations are the wolves. Usually. I mean, there's sometimes little rule variations. But yeah, this kind of breaks the game a little bit. Especially because you can just, like, let the monkeys choose who to lynch. And then everybody tells them the secret roles. They keep it all hidden, private. Then you gotta hope they don't screw up, like, you know, their choices, but...
それはなぜ聞いたことで君の態度が微妙に変わり、それによって他人に察知されたくない。
Very, very good. A very good point. That's a good logic there. That's a good logic. Unlike my good English. It's not about telling. He's saying you're gonna give it away because you're not a good liar, which I think is possible.
いいでしょう。他に怪しいと思う人はいますか？わからない。怪しくない人はちえみちゃん、りかこさん、あとめいこちゃん。
I think you're picking Chiemi just because you like her. The other two, okay, fine. But this is biased. What has Chiemi done to prove that she's good?
どうしてそう思う？君からも提示があっていいんじゃない？
Yes.
気持ちはわかりますが、僕から見たらフサイスさんは結構怪しいんです。
Oh, I missed her. Alright, I thought that was us talking at first. I was about to flip out. Oh, that's us that says that. Okay, I got backwards. What's wrong with you, Hiraki? I mean, I guess because she suggested voting on her, but I don't... I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think that's enough to clear. Yes, I 100% agree too. The way Haru has acted, like somebody in the meeting said, a wolf wouldn't act like that, and I completely disagreed. I thought exactly what he said would be what a wolf would do. They'd try to buy time. They'd be like, instead of voting on me today, how about you maybe vote on me tomorrow if I don't have some good stuff to share? You know, I mean, that is what a wolf would do. And then they'd make up some stuff for the next day, and they'd try to convince you to not vote on them again, you know? I mean, he basically bought himself a day, and then buying yourself days if you're a wolf, that's a good thing to do, obviously.
ごもっとも、ちえみちゃんについては、狼であったなら死を立候補するリスクが圧倒的に高い。
That's only dangerous though if you think they would take her up on that offer, and I don't think at that time it was likely that was to happen. Unlike Rikaku, where she voted on herself when she was already like one off the lead in votes. So I think it's completely different. I don't think Olaf would do what Rikaku did.
でも実際は
Exactly.
は一票もあの段階では
Maybe she just knows the people.
とりあえず死ぬ人の立候補を募っただけで、ちえみちゃんが実質最初の立候補者。
But wait, is he arguing this? God, alright. Yasu's my man, dude. I'm on Yasu's wavelength now. I'm not on his in this game.
君やはるちゃんと違って、彼女には利害関係を無視してかばおうとするような。
Yeah, but she lives in the village. She knows the psychology of the village. She knows if they're likely to just turn down her offer and just see it as, oh, that's a nice thing to say. It honestly makes her look more good. So why would a wolf not want to look more good? The only problem is, are they likely to take you up on it? That's the bet she's making.
狼の行動としては短慮に過ぎる。
I disagree.
そう思ってね。一つ言わせてもらう。何かな？僕も同意見です。
I mean, a little bit. I mean, there is some truth to that. Like, would she play that way as a wolf? But it doesn't clear her. Like, it doesn't put her in the far, oh, you're good camp. It puts her in the, okay, well, maybe.
ただ、他の二人についてはちょっとわからん。リカコさんは特に。知恵姉を真似して信用を得ようとした可能性もあります。後ろ暗いところがあるかもしれない。
Alright, you're wrong this time. What she did was 100 times more reckless than Chiemi. She voted on herself, put herself in the lead.
そうだね。それも一理ある。
Wrong.
もっと考えられるの
Like,
は、
how can...
張り合ってあんなこと言って
How can they claim that what Chiemi did was too reckless for her to be a wolf? But then, when Rikaku does the exact same thing and then actually votes on herself and puts herself in the lead, That's not too reckless. Maybe it's just copying. What?
はい、霧が出る直前、植松さんと知恵姉でなんか不妻子さんの取り合いをしたでしょ。実は昨日宿題はほとんどなくて、さっさとなるほど、落ち着いてください。それはともかくいや勘
He needs to be more trusting of him. He should explain his reasoning. Why? He's cleared. He's the one guy you can talk
ここ
to.
なら誰もだから勘だって言ってるじゃないか。ただ一つ間違いを指摘すれば君はまあそうか。それが正しい姿勢かもしれませんね。
Yeah.
今夜メイコちゃんが死んだらあなたを疑ってもいいですかね。なんでそうなるのかわからないな。もし僕が狼ならこの情報提供はまさに自殺。そりゃそうか。了解です。他の厳しいな。一応最低ランクまで下がりましたよ。ただし宴が終わるまでは。
Hey, that's a weird lead. He just said he was suspicious early on. He said it like you're suspicious. Now all of a sudden I trust you more than anyone else?
君の友達や家族であっても。いいえ、牧島家にかつて起きたことを考えると。
I'm glad about that.
甘いものだと思わない。
You cannot be just assuming your friends are cleared when the rolls are random.
それにすでに人は死んでいます。今夜誰かが死んで、その人は少なくとも狼という役を受け入れて、
Sure.
一般的な法の概念とは違っていますが、この厳しい状況。なるほど。正当化。ええ、まあその通りですね。自分は正しい。そう自分に言い聞かせないとやってられない。
The second, obviously. I mean, this is more animalistic. Like, it's also human nature. But of the two, which is more human? This one. Animals don't do this. I'm gonna die, but, But I'd rather die than violate my morals? I mean, animals don't have morals. In the same way, at least. I mean, I guess they, to some extent, maybe they do, but... Like, in terms of, like, protecting family and stuff like that.
君はもしかして法律？そうですね。おじゃんとは限る。僕が生きて帰るとすれば、それは狼の人をくくった結果です。
Yeah. Yeah. I think this may be the character I most like, even though I hated him in the last game.
納得した。僕からは僕らでさえきつい状況です。来たばかりの不妻子さんにはどれだけきついかって思いますよ。まあね。それでも僕は失うものが少ないからまだ平気な方さ。間宮さん、できるだけ無駄な犠牲は出したくない。間宮さんにはいろいろ理解してもらわないといけません。
She? I assume you're talking about Jamie?
そっちは僕も気を使う。ええ。
Wait, where are you? Oh, your mom, maybe? Why? There's nothing wrong with that. At least not with the monkey, at least.
ここの出来事をまとめてたんです。
まあそりゃあね。ここから出たら警察に行かなきゃだし、証言はきちんとできるようにしておかなきゃね。
一段落ついたらちょっと見解を伺いたいことがありまして。
I don't know. It's a weird situation. Because, I mean, there's supernatural stuff involved. It's like, it's a situation where the real world doesn't really seem to interconnect with it. Like, what are you going to do? they're not going to believe you if you tell them. If you tell them everything that happened, including supernatural stuff that's going to happen, which they haven't seen yet, so... I mean, nobody's going to believe you, so, like, I don't know. They're going to think you're crazy or you're lying.
何か
元オカルトライターとして。
と言われても、ただ、あんまり日本的。
What is it Japanese to call?
これ続けても
どうかな。
俺は別に興味。
でもまあ暇だし。りっちゃんは？いえ、真珠は私たちの信仰に。
上松様がおっしゃるなら、私は何？
多神教の世界観では神は普通に死ぬことが多いけど、人間が神を殺すってパターンは案外少ないのよね。
Human killing a cat? I don't remember that part of the legend.
特に日本だとちょっと思いつかない。神道の神話で神を殺してる人たちはみんな神様か
I was gonna say, okay.
英雄だしね。
They're always got like, yeah. Like there are people that are like a half human or half god or something like that.
やっぱり神を殺せるだけの実力に説得。ここの物語において狼や蛇は山の神のお守り、眷属、神に準じる立ち位置よね。稲荷の狐とかと同じ。日本には眷属信仰の例はあるわ。
そうなんですか。
狼信仰で言えば秩父とかが有名。三峯神社とか、他にも熊野信仰では三本足のヤタガラスを。
へえ。
大神神社が有名かな。くしくも狼って書いて大神って読ませるんだけどね。ともかく他の眷属と協力したとはいえ、無名の人間が神格を殺すってちょっと珍しいわよね。ちなみに宴のお話で一つ思い出すものない？狼様を酔わせて殺す。
I mean, it seems like their definition of gods is different than our definition of gods, or at least a Western. Like they're talking about like foxes and like animals. I mean, it doesn't seem as strange for, you know. I don't think it really qualifies as like what we would think of a god. Oh, and then this also ties into the meeting when there was that instance of God and that somebody said something about God, like God's coming or something like that, and Chiemi and Haru both freaked out. And so I was thinking, what if that was at the end of the first route, we had that bandaged thing, whatever it was, or whoever it was, or whatever you want to say, outside of our door, and Chiemi freaked out, and I don't even remember what happened. Did we pass out or something? I don't remember how it transitioned out of that scene. Maybe we did. But anyways, this seems to tie into this, that the gods are more human or more based in our world than like, you know, like the Christian God or anything like that.
スサノオのオロチ退治ですか。
あ、知ってます。生贄のお姉ちゃんと入れ替わって女装して。
そう。多分ここのベースはオロチ退治だと思うんだけど、それが日本だと狼を殺す文脈もまた珍しいのよね。どっちかっていうと牧畜文化の、もしかして割と最近西洋の童話が入ってきたから成立。
狼が来る。
He is so weird.
そう、それもイソップだし。
ほう。
そういえば教養の講義で聞いたことあ
Yeah,
る
the
気
boy
が
called
す
her
る
off,
な。
obviously.
よそから聞いた話が昔話と混ざったりすると。
そう、口伝ってかなりいい加減だからね。世代を一つ二つまたげば。
ばあちゃん、上藤吉の信内寺。
私は
伝わったタイミングは
というと、
その昔意地の悪い地頭をみんなで追い出しましたとか、昔ただよもつ狼、よもつ狼は間違いなく日本。
何でした？
よもつ狼はイザナミのことよ。国生みの神でイザナギの妹にして妻。
Well, I don't.
兄弟で結婚したんですか？
神話ではよくあることよ。
そう。
どうしたの急に。
ともかくイザナミは
What was that about?
神を産む過程で落命し、
Haru doesn't have a sibling here, does she?
根の国を支配
I don't know, does it seem weird that she thought that that was... I don't know. Just this implication here just felt like it was, character relevant.
根の国
Isn't there a video game called something close to that?
黄泉の別名よ。根の片す国とも言う。海の向こうにあるとも言うし、根の国に黄泉という場所があるとも言うけど、その時の呼び名がよもつ狼。まあ、よみがえりはよみがえりだし、狼に黄泉でたまたまうまくはまったから独自の呼称と。へ
え。ありそうな話ではあるがね。そもそも黄泉などと。
確かに。
Yeah.
ああ、ばあちゃん、別にあれだ。
はい、そのと。
珍しいと神内様を信じてます。あんまり。
オッケーです。
ですね。
え？
間宮さんもですし、メイコちゃんやリカコさん。
ああ、信頼モーデのこと？
多分それ。あれって明らかに読み意味の宴を
信内さんの
そうそれ。
What the hell are those lines made though? Cake, Funky, Blow Rider. Okay. Oh. Maybe she doesn't know the real words and they sound something like that? Okay.
みだらなとぐろ。
Okay, now we can finally hear the real ones. Okay, I was like, what the hell's up with these lyrics?
あの歌はノームにそれを読み意味の宴だといえばそうだが、狼殺しや過去における何らかのヤバ。
なるほど。狼だか読み人だか知らないけど、藤吉村がよ。
まあ
バカらしい話だな。
まあそうかな。
匠、何がバカかね。
ああ、悪いばあちゃん。でも若い。
リカコさん。
あまり。
じゃあ、
well, we're involved now, and we live here. Actually, I live here now.
情報提供ってことでお願いします。
ええ。
はい。
書くものいりま。
はい。ありがとう。
Okay, yeah, she just misunderstood the words. Snake, monkey, crow, spider. Okay. Spider. So that spider's probably the guardian. I keep forgetting which that one's called. The bodyguard one. Yeah, it's obviously about the feast. Wait, what? What's the badger? What's the badger? One soul per day, yeah. It's 100% the feast. Uh-huh. It's still the feast. I don't care. The badger.
ムジナって
Thank you.
何なんでしょ
う。タヌキ、ムジナ事件のムジナかね。
何ですか？
君は放送志望で知らんのかね。狩猟法に関する有名な判例だ。要はムジナと称されるのはタヌキだったわけだが、その地域においては別種の動物とみなされていた点が争点。
それって関係ある？おじいちゃんは犬みてえな四つ足は皆ムジナって言ってたけど。
What? Like a dog? A dog has 4 dog legs?
競技にはアナグマのことだがね。狩猟の現場ではキツネやタヌキなどの総称としていてもおかしくはあるまい。
ふむ。まあムジナは犬。
獅子なれのこと。
獅子とは古語で肉そのものを指す。
Are humans meat? Are humans huntable meat?
そうそう。肝臓じいちゃんに言わせれば、イノシシとか鹿とかはまとめ。
特別な食事なんですよね、あれ。
出来のええ獅子なれは。
じゃあここの分位は。
そうね。
ちなみに歌詞は数え歌にもなっていて、いついつ、霧はピンから霧までの霧と同じ10を。
霧が銃を指すのはキリストの十字架から、つまりキリスト教伝来以降の成立。
成立時期はともかく。
いや、ムジナっていな、藤吉村にも。
Yes.
読み意味の。
Exactly. That's exactly where my mind went to. Haru continues, or sorry, not Haru. That'd be confusing. Haruaki continues to be on my wavelength about half the time and then be completely off the other half.
間違ってないですよね。4家はそれぞれの、これが狼のことかなと思ったけど、もしや。
リカコさん、い
いいよ、質問が。
私は別に専門。
聞いたような気はするわ。ムジナはね、
Is this Haru's role last time? I'm thinking maybe there's some kind of... Oh. Yeah. So like in a normal werewolf game, there's a sorcerer. I'm guessing it's something like that. Can we see the line of where it was related? Lyrics. I want lyrics again. It sounds like the Badger's on the side of good from this. Unless good wins in the story, and then maybe they're on their side.
狼様は狩り場の。
それは
一匹。
狼様は実は3人。
ああ、そうね。他のお守りは猿が2匹。
私も今思い出しました。
何ですって？
私も見覚えがてっきり立ってない狼様。
そうよ。
Gensan again。
亡くなる前にムジナは狼様が帰って。
なんだか
何かは憶測で申し訳ないんだけど、多分。
Are they good or bad though?
いや、正確にはムジナに当たる俳優。
どういうこと？
人なのに狼の味方。
Yes! Okay, that's what I thought. Alright, I understand now. I think that was Haru last time. Okay. And that should be someone that doesn't have another special role too, so it shouldn't be a monkey. Yes.
この状況が怪奇、例えば勘違いでも親しい誰かが狼だと気づき味方しようというものが出た場合、あるいは
And that made 100%
狼として殺人の意志を固めた方々と同じ動機を与えられた場合、
that completely explains why Haru, like, she got an inkling that he was a wolf even earlier than like it was revealed, like significantly earlier. And she was like, "Oh, I was hoping it was you," etc. So, yeah. And they could have been doing killings last time too. Well, I guess that depends on the corruption stuff. Maybe not.
そんな可能性は推測ではある。それに最近亡くなった頃、実際に読み意味の宴を
大それたこ。
ああ、さすがに考えすぎじゃないか。
Yeah, you're talking about Haru.
I
was thinking the exact same thing. I'm pretty sure I even said it in that video where it's revealed, where it's like, is this a sorcerer? You know, because that's just what it feels like. The only thing is, I mean, sometimes in the rules, like, they know who the wolves are, but Haru clearly didn't. She was surprised. So.
それでもこうしてこれまでも霧の旅に宴は開かれた。霧の旅に死者が出てきた。この2つは、ということは今まで休み。
待てよ。俺はこの中に悪人がいるなんて言ってねえぞ。上藤吉の連中が殺してるだけ。
ああ、あったとしてです。その方法をそしてそれは今はまだ僕らの中にいない。いついつムジナも慣れもで走る。ムジナは宴に帰参するということかもしれない。
I mean, in the last game, who the hell could that have been? The only person is I can think of that godlike creature or whatever that bandaged person was.
興味深い推測ね。
下手に心配を煽ろう。
いや。
Yeah.
考えすぎだといいね。
Yep. Whoa. What? So, like, they were a wolf and then they went back to being a human? Or was he the badger? He's the badger. Yeah, I mean, how does the wolf thing happen? Because the grandma, I think, has also been in one. I think Kanzo's been in one. Haru's parents were in it. Or at least they were... Yeah, I don't know. Because it kind of sounded like Haru's parents were in one that were far away. And then maybe there's another one before then that the grandma was in here. Before that one. So, I don't know. Well, obviously keep passing time. But that will happen in the next episode. So, until then.